Hello, beautiful sisters of the Woman Rising community. I am here with all of you as we celebrate solstice and a new moon. I am Joanne Ameya, and I am so excited and honored to be here with you today. So for those of us who are in the Northern Hemisphere, we are celebrating summer solstice and the return of light and pleasure and play. And for those sisters of ours who are in the Southern Hemisphere, you're experiencing the return inward to the dark and the quiet of the winter solstice. And with all of this happening in celebrations of the holy wheel of the year, we also, in this mix, have a new moon. And the new moon is in Cancer. So those of you who are in the Southern Hemisphere, it kind of feels really easeful, right? You're kind of in the dark of the winter and going inward, and then you have the dark of the moon and you're going inward. For those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, it's this interesting, outward of the sun and the solar forces and all the light returning with the longest day. And then we also have this really internal space of the new moon. And so it's like out and in. And so if you're feeling kind of the fullness of both joy and ecstasy and outward and inward and tenderness and feelings, please know that there are these amazing currents that are moving through us and living within us. And so this new moon is in Cancer, and Cancer lets us feel all of our feelings. You know, Cancer is the water sign, and really the Cancer comes through and we feel both our own feelings, the waters of the feminine, the waters of our womb space, the waters in our cells and our tissues, and we also feel the collective energetics of feelings and emotions. So the collective grief and sorrow and anger and rage and joy, we feel everything. And as women, we have tendencies to feel the full spectrum regardless. So if you're feeling lots of feelings, please know that we all are, and this is the power of living as really a conduit for the moon and the sun to reside within each of us. And so I'm coming to you today with a new moon ritual, and I love sending out these videos because I imagine all of us, really partaking in these rituals as a sisterhood. And so although we're not actually in physical form together, it's like these little light beings all around the world who are actively engaged in sacred work. So I offer this to you. The new moon is tomorrow evening, so that is Friday, June 23rd at 7:31 p.m. Pacific time. If you can do this ritual Friday evening during that portal, that would be amazing. And also please know that the new moon energies stay, for a day, up to 3 days. They can be felt, and so you can do this ritual Saturday evening or even Sunday evening. If you can do this ritual in the evening outside, that's most preferable, so you can really be connected to all the elements and the moon. So there's a couple things that I would love for you to have for this ritual. Either a candle, a lighter, and a bowl to burn, or if you have a fire pit and you want to use that as your sacred altar to burn, a journal or paper and something to write with, and a bowl of water, and yourself. So collect these things before you start so that you don't have to pause during the ritual. And you're going to go outside, and as we do when we create any sort of sacred space, you're going to call on your teachers, your guides, those that are in the spirit world, the unseen realm, those that are in the present form that you want here. You can call forth the elements, the directions, really creating the container that this is sacred. So you're leaving behind, washing the dishes and doing laundry and doing your paperwork and being with your children, your partner, and you're coming into sacred space. You can set aside an hour for this. You can set aside 20 minutes, whatever is in your flow, just as long as you set aside some time. And then you're going to, once your team has arrived to support you, You can light your candle, or you can do it beforehand, totally up to you. And you're really in the sacred space now. So on one sheet of paper, you're going to write down all of your celebrations, everything that you've been putting energy into over these first 6 months of the year, all that has come forth, all that you're celebrating, even some pain and discomfort that you're celebrating because you know it's part of your journey into freedom and into your true self. You can spend 5 minutes doing this, you can spend 10 minutes doing this, but writing down a list of all that you're celebrating. And then you're going to stand up and you're going to speak aloud to the moon, to the elements, to nature, to your spirit guides, all that you're celebrating. Really speaking forth like, I, and then your name, celebrate. And everything that you're celebrating. Don't hold back. We love celebrations. And it's really important to mark significant changes or healing or insights or new ways of being or anything in your life. It's so important. So celebrate. And once you finish reading all that out loud, you're going to offer it to the fire. And part of why we offer it to the fire is just that we're doing all of this work, and we also remember that we're not attached. And so all of this celebration, and we offer it to the flames to ignite even more light onto the planet. And then give thanks and gratitude. On another piece of paper, you're going to write down everything that you're feeling, from the funky, gunky stuff that this Cancer new moon is bringing forth, anger, rage, fury, grief, sorrow, betrayal, like deep, deep, deep emotions. What is present and alive inside of you? And this is the time to just be as real and honest as possible. This is really for you. And so again, you can spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes writing this list, and you're going to stand up once again, and you're going to speak it out loud to all of nature, to the moon, to the sun, and again, I, your name, feel all of this. And I, your name, wish to release this with ease and grace. So after you do all of that, you're going to take this piece of paper and you're going to offer it to the fire. And again, it's a symbolic act of offering that which is ready to be transformed and so alive in your body that you're wanting to work through it, and you offer it to the flames. Let those flames of the fire just release it, get rid of it, and so that you can take those ashes and rise like the phoenix into your truth. And so again, this doesn't happen just by, lighting a candle. There's lots of work and commitment, but this is a symbolic expression in this dark moon, in this new moon time of the shedding and the releasing and really dreaming your world into existence, that you offer this to the flames. And then take a moment and just feel into what's alive and present in your own body, what's still left, what feels more spacious and freed up just from that act. Then you're going to sit down upon the earth. And the Cancer moon with her waters also brings forth the archetype of the Great Mother. The Great Mother of all compassion, who has such compassion for her children that no matter what you do, she loves you and loves you and loves you and loves you and loves you. And so you're going to pick one thing on that list of things that you're feeling, things that you still want to work through, things that are still alive and present. And you're going to call forth a goddess. It might be, you can't see her right next to me, but I have white Tara here, green Tara. It can be really any goddess that's in any tradition or lineage that's all about love and compassion, which they all are. You're going to ask her to come forth. And for you to hear any blessings or wisdom that she has to share with you about this specific thing that you're working on. And this is where the ritual can kind of take its own amount of time. So you can sit here for 5 minutes, you can sit here for 20 minutes, and just allow the great mother of all compassion to shower her grace and wisdom teachings to you. Where can she show you this one thing that you're working on? Where can she show you what needs to be nurtured or nourished or let go of, but through the lens of incredible compassion? And so waiting for her medicine, waiting for her insight. And once you receive it, giving so much gratitude and thanks, offering her some sort of song or prayer or word, that really will allow her to know your gratitude and thanks. And then you're going to stand back up. And under the moonlight, you're going to clarify her words or her medicine or her wisdom teachings and speak it out loud, both to yourself, but of course, again, back to nature. So I, and your name, received great compassion from, speak the name of the goddess that came forth. Maybe it was your own mother. Maybe it was your own grandmother. Just really allowing the mother energies to come forth. So speak the name of your goddess and offer the medicine that she bestowed upon you. So I, Ameya, received from White Tara the direction to nurture my own self, to nurture the feelings of sadness that I carry, and she asked me to journal every day to forgive myself, so that I may release the sadness that I'm holding deep in my tissues and bones and cells. And so with this, I declare that I will do this. And this is the dream seed that I am planting right now for this next lunar phase. And so that was just an example. You are going to speak forth whatever came forth. You're going to claim an action or intention, the dream seed that you are planting in this new moon of Cancer. Actually, right before you speak those words, you're going to take your bowl of water and make sure that you're holding it in your hands and then speak those words. And after you've spoken those words, you're going to offer 1/3 of those waters back to the earth as your prayer. You're going to lift it above your head, 1/3 of those waters to the moon. And then you're going to drink 1/3 of those waters to bring forth into your own body the waters of this new moon, and also to literally drink in the medicine and the wisdom that you just received. And then whatever else wants to be spoken or shared is really important at this time. And then you get to close the circle, giving thanks to the moon, giving thanks to Mother Earth, giving thanks to any being, elements, directions that you called forth. Please make sure that you thank them and release them. And then one final piece of this is that you put into action every day over this next lunar cycle, from this new moon to the next new moon, all that was given, that you actually not just go through the ritual and hear, but you listen and follow through. And one of the most important parts of Cancer is her waters. So making sure over this next new moon that you drink a lot of water, a lot of really good quality water, so that you are literally drinking in your dream seed. You're literally drinking in all the wisdom that has been offered to you every day, every day, every day. So you may have to listen to this twice to just make sure that you go through each thing, unless you have really taken good notes and paused here and there. And I so look forward to hearing how this ritual is for you and what comes forth. So please make sure to either send me a note or to write a note under this YouTube video or on my website. I really want to hear what comes forth and what's alive, and how we can all celebrate you and how we can all support you, because we're truly in this together. We're each holding the wisdom of the sun and the moon and all of nature in our beings. And we're each navigating through lots of experiences and lots of emotions together. So I'm sending you so much solstice blessings and so much love on this new moon in Cancer. Blessed be.